it's all good. I must be on my way out. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best
Spectacular, spectacular, Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular, Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular, Spider-Man. Spectacular.
What's up, y'all? I'm about to kick it off
All
because
right.
Casey, like, her freaking mic is muted.
Yeah. Go ahead, CT. You got
What's
it.
up, y'all? This is the Slice of Horror spoiler review for Spider-Man. We all just seen it. It was dope. How y'all felt about it? Good people.
Uh, I have okay. I don't want to give too much away, right? Even though this is a spoiler review, we're going to go into full like discussions of the movie. But I was very pleasantly surprised. Believe it or not, regardless of who I cosplay, I haven't been traditionally the biggest Spider-Man like fangirl, but this movie may have changed my mind. I was feeling it a little bit.
I mean, I always been hanging tough with Spider-Man. Like that's I love Spider-Man, and I even defend the first movies with Tobey Maguire, because some people was like they didn't like the third movie installment, and that one I did. I have yet
Ugh.
to see a Spider-Man movie that I don't like, so I'm here for Spider-Man, and this was a really good movie, and the added bonus was that it should have been called Spider-Man and the Punisher, because it really made it. It's gonna be up there with me because Frank
Oh,
Castle was in most of the movie, and y'all know how I feel about John Bernthal. So on the strength of that alone, this movie was really good for me. I was here for it because I thought that they was gonna tease us and we was only gonna see Frank Castle for like 10 seconds and that's it. But we got him throughout the movie. Yeah, yeah, that's it for
mhm.
me. Malcolm, what about you? How did you feel about it?
I really love this movie. Like,
Okay.
I think it's the best Spider-Man in my opinion. Like out of the four movies, it's my favorite one because like to me, I don't know about y'all, but I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie since like 2018, which was Into the Spider-Verse. So this was the first Spider-Man movie I've seen in theaters in 6 years. So it really was special, or really not 6 years, 8.
D- Dang, you didn't even see the other mouse joining in the movie theaters?
No, I downloaded it.
Dang.
Don't feel bad. I ain't seen neither one of them yet.
That's surprising. That's surprising coming from you. I'm shocked.
I used to be on with my cartoons, man, but I don't know. I watched both Mario's though.
Ah, wow. That's crazy.
Well, y'all drop down in the comments below and let us know what your thoughts were on Spider-Man Brand New Day. And did you go see it? At this point, I don't know who hasn't seen it. The way that the box office numbers look, did y'all see that? If they haven't already, then they're on track to surpass Endgame as one of the like top most gross film of the summer. So shout out to Spider-Man and Tom
I
Holland
think he
for
already
doing
moved
his
it.
thing. Yeah. I said if they hadn't already, I think they might be on their way. So I'm definitely here for that. Um yeah, y'all let us know in the comment section. And also, if y'all haven't, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe on everybody's channel. Go ahead and do that right here, right now, before we get started. This is going to be a spoiler review. So if you have not seen it yet, I don't know what to tell you. We about to spoil this whole thing in outside ways. So if you don't want any surprises, if you hadn't seen it yet, if you're waiting, we gonna tell you what happened and how things unfold in the end. Which I would like to say I saw it coming. I don't know who else did, but I saw it coming. I think I figured it out. Once we figured out that the whoever the villain was like possessing people, I think I figured it out then. And so if y'all don't want it to be spoiled, just letting you know now. I don't know how to change to the next one. See if you can. There we go.
Um,
Okay. Y'all know I like to get started with foolishness. So, before we hop into the movie, I want to know, what is your favorite Spider-Man collaboration? Who would you rather see him with
ooh.
in any of the movies? Like Spider-Man, we got him in, his mentor, Iron Man, which we probably will not see again. But that was a very heartfelt, mashup, because he was the one that brought him into the Avengers anyway. That's how we got him. Or is your favorite collaboration the one with Peter 2 and Peter 3? All three Spider-Man in there together. Minus
Mhm.
Miles Morales, but that's a whole other conversation. Maybe one day.
Well,
It's
he
not
was
too late.
animated, so how was he gonna come?
Not too late. You never
Exactly.
know.
It's not too late. It's not too late. They could make it happen. They could have made it happen. And then
Hmm.
Spider-Man and the Punisher, which was a duo that I did not see coming, but I really like this. I like their dynamics, because they are two very different people, but somehow they work. And
Yeah,
then
they do it a lot in the comics. They got a lot of crossovers.
oh yeah, I actually love their
Punisher
pairing.
was introduced as a villain to Spider-Man.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can
What?
definitely see that. They have two different types of or moralities here, so I can definitely see how they would have
Uh,
clashed. And I feel like if we would have seen them when they first met each other, that they talked about that
Oh
they
yeah.
probably didn't like each other at that point and had to grow to build like somewhat of a camaraderie with each other. And then we got Spider-Man and Ned, because remember when he remembered who he was, Ned was his guy in the chair. That was the person that was helping him at the time, because he had shared a secret with his best friend. So he was the one that helped him from afar. See, what is your best Spider-Man collaboration?
okay, so for me, just on these displayed, right? I'm going to have to go with Spider 123 because
Yeah.
I before this movie, my favorite Spider-Man was Andrew, and I still very much I have a soft spot for his performance. But seeing like their appearance and how they were able to kind of like work through their traumas as Peters on screen, I thought that was really compelling. So I would say those are my favorite of these four.
Same.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. C2, same, Peter 2 and Peter 3, CT.
That was dope.
Okay.
Like that was the one of the dope is like can't cross universe cameos I ever seen. Like yeah. In the comics they
Okay.
had like the Amazing Spider-Man. It was a whole bunch of them, but they couldn't do that. But
Mm,
this was good enough.
okay. And Malcolm, favorite Spider-Man collaboration?
Obviously it's the Spider Bros. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Okay, so I'm the only one that just was gonna pick Spider-Man and the Punisher then. So that's
Yes,
just
yes, we do
I'm
that
the
from the start.
standalone.
Yeah.
This was only gonna be you.
Fine, it'll be
Like he
me.
wasn't
I
bad. I appreciated this crossover.
I did because we don't often get to see Frank Castle with people that he actually likes to get along with. I mean, we've seen him and Matt Murdock, but they also had a very love hate relationship. And then when it came to that whole Karen thing, that was something else. So
Yeah.
um I think I think Peter Parker is good for Frank Castle. I think they're good for each other. And now that they have, they have built this chemistry, I would like to see him in more movies, and I would like to see them work together more. I hope this isn't the last time that we see them. If y'all are tuned in, drop in the comment section below and let us know what is your favorite Spider-Man Peter Parker collaboration. Let us know. Moving on, getting into the start of the movie.
Now I wanna. This is my shenanigans because you did the other one, so I want to know which one of these guys was y'all favorite Rose Gallery
Oh,
cameos because I didn't see this coming. And I thought dude whose head is going through the wall right there. I thought that was Hammerhead at first, but that's Ramrod, and they kind of got a similar gimmick. Their head is like made of some kind of weird. Their hair is like made of some kind of weird metal or something like that. So it's a weird
Okay.
gimmick, but that's Ramrod. But I was surprised they put Boomerang in this because who the hell is Boomerang?
Right. Where,
I'm gonna say them having Tombstone in here
who?
was maybe a nod to the cartoon because actually he voices the character of Tombstone.
Yeah, the dude, ain't it the dude from ain't it Black
From
Lightning, right?
Black Lightning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fact that his complexion, his real life complexion, is very close to Tombstone's complexion. Like they didn't have
And
to
one
do
thing
any.
he
Yeah.
can do is play a good villain. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that much.
and I was kind of intrigued with the whole. Like, I think Tombstone is my favorite too, my favorite cameo of all of them. But I kind of want to see a Tombstone story with Spider Man.
Yeah. I really like seeing him on there because I was a big Black Lightning fan, and this is Tobias Well on Black Lightning. So I was like, oh yeah, this is I know this face. So this was probably my favorite like appearance of the Rogue Galleries, but just specifically though because it's Tobias Well.
Malcolm, what about you? Who was your favorite little villain cameo? Because they said Spider Man just was whooping everybody ass to the point that he really ain't have no villains no more.
So me personally, I didn't really like have a favorite. Like I didn't. I mean, I enjoyed it for montage wise, but like cameo wise, I wouldn't say like I really loved them. Like I love seeing Tobias White, well, Tombstone. I really like seeing him. Being a different character besides a racist and Black Lightning. But
Cause
I
he
really liked him the most.
It's funny because Tombstone is a hard shift. Tombstone is very, very much pro black.
was. Because he was something else in Black Lightning.
Yeah,
It
he
was.
was. I was just surprised that they put Boomerang in there, and the other guy at the top is Tarantula. I know very little about this dude. Like they really dug deep to find these characters, and so just stick them in there. But Tombstone is a major player in Spider Man, so I hope he gets like another go round.
Mm, same.
Heck yeah! But now we're into the movie. Yeah, it opens up with Scorpion. And this is what I was talking to Kay about a while ago when y'all was when she was complaining about stuff that had just gone away, how we saw end credit things and they just didn't pan out. Because the last time we saw Scorpion was the end of freaking Homecoming, which was the first Spider-Man movie.
And I didn't even realize that until like I rewatched all of the movies like before I went to go see this one, and I was just like it made sense because if you just kind of like if you didn't remember, you'd be like, why are they pulling this random villain out of nowhere? But we did see him at the very end of No Way Home. And I had always, when I was watching it, not No Way Home but Homecoming, and as I was rewatching Homecoming, I was in my mind I kept thinking like, were they ever going to like revisit old girl's dad when he went to jail? Like were we ever going to do anything with that? Because they hadn't done anything with that. and they wait until this movie to actually do something with that. And although technically we did bring in Scorpion, he really wasn't the villain either. It really wasn't about him.
He was a
Malcolm, how
side
did you
character.
feel? Yeah, Malcolm, how did you feel when you seen Scorpion pop back up? Did you remember him from Homecoming?
Yeah, I remember Scorpion. I mean, I know I haven't watched the movies in a minute, but the actor is a very recognizable person, in my opinion. So, I mean, coming into this movie, I didn't like expect anything, or I should say, I didn't watch any of the trailers. I didn't. I saw the first teaser of the movie where he just looks at the phone, puts his mask on, jumps off the building, and that was enough for me. So surprisingly, I was able to avoid all spoilers for this movie, trailer wise. So seeing Scorpion, it didn't really surprise me. I mean, I figured he would be in the movie because they got to at least put one of his road galleries in the movie. So besides Vulture, I didn't really. I kind of expected him to come. I could have sworn I saw his character again in one of the Venom movies, but I'm probably wrong about
He
that.
was in Morbius.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't watch that one.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about Morbius.
Yeah, at the very
Y'all
end.
remember? Y'all remember Morbius?
How could we forget? How could we forget?
Oh man, yeah, Sony got. Oh my god, I ain't gonna get on my soapbox. But we'll be here the whole stream talking about how I hate Sony. They just need to go ahead and sell the rights back for Spider-Man.
Oh, that's why you haven't seen the animated ones yet. That's why, because you don't like Sony.
I got hate for Sony.
There's a bias against them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This movie was kind of emotional. Um because Peter is still grieving. And he's not only just grieving, he's lonely because nobody knows him. Nobody knows him. So the only thing at this point he has in his life is his job. That's all he has is to work. And he's kind of created a parasocial type relationship with Ned and MJ, still checking in on them from afar via social media and visiting the gravesite of May, and kind of checking in, talking to her because he has nobody except for Wolf, and she doesn't know him. It's for Spider-Man. And so losing Aunt May, and then that leaves MJ and Ned there. And they went to MIT. They were roommates together. And I think by the time we kind of like get the movie going, they've just now graduated MIT or whatever. They graduated. Ned is looking to find whoever is Spider-Man. Like, he didn't give that up. Like, he built his own Spider-Man tracker because in his mind he wants to figure out who this person is. Like, there's something in him that will not let go of, I gotta find out who's behind the mask. And MJ, which I really wanted to explore a little bit further when she had went on the job interview, but she said she didn't take the job. And I'm like,
Right.
where was the interview at, MJ? Was it at Oscorp? What, like, are we going in that direction? Where was that? And she done got her little boyfriend that we done seen one time. It don't seem like she even really like him that much. So
That's why we
I
only
don't
seen
know.
him one time. They put him in there just to kick Peter Parker a little bit harder. Like that, I am like happy that they did go back to the friendly neighborhood scenario with Spider-Man, because that Spider-Man just catches hell. And this is kind of self-imposed, but it was to save the world from the last Spider-Man movie with Doctor Strange. And they really did a good job, in my opinion, establishing this forced loneliness that he just took upon himself. So I'm just Spider-Man, and then Peter Parker is kind of like his mask, and that's kind of never been this character in the comics. So that was a nice little shift, and they spent about 20 minutes like putting this together. The movie was kind of long, to be real, but they spent about 20 minutes like putting this together, showing us that he is trying to make it solo, like in life and as a hero, and it's just not working. It wasn't gonna work. It was never gonna work, and he had to find it out the hard way, pretty much.
You know, one thing I noticed was, speaking of Ned and MJ, Ned was the breadwinner. She wasn't keeping a job down. He's the only one paying his high rent in New York. Like, it was what kind of BS is that?
Wait a minute.
He
AD,
was the only
AD, keep that.
uh,
So MJ just out here being a bum,
and
huh?
then not only that, um, yes, yes, she is, because that's not her man, that's her friend, and he taking care of everything, which is crazy.
That's some
And
rude that's some rude behavior right there.
yes. And then when they did mention that she had this interview at a corporation, I was like, oh,
Hmm.
maybe that is like a little nod to Oscorp or whatever. Because who says they're at a corporation? That's very, the wording is very specific. So I think it was
Hmm.
definitely a nod to Oscorp. And also, lastly, I almost wish, when you mentioned, oh, where was it at? I do wish we got a little bit more, even over the course of these four movies that we have of this Spider-Man. I wish that we got a little bit more about MJ's life, because it's like, what, where does she live? Who are her parents? What are her interests? It's like we got so little about her in comparison to like the other leads in the other movies. Like, we knew who what's her name's daddy was in the Andrew Garfield Garfield ones, right? We
Hmm.
knew all about Kirsten Dunst with her MJ, but we don't know really nothing about this MJ. I wish they explored her a little bit more. Hopefully they will in, other movies.
You
You
know
know
what?
what? You're right.
That's because she's
I never
black.
noticed that. Yeah, she got
Nothing.
like
It's
hell
all
of
about
a.
Peter.
She kind of feels like that. You know those characters in those black sitcoms like
Uh
Waldo.
huh.
Like they,
That we don't know anything about their
nothing about
backstory.
everything we know about them is related to the main characters. Like
Yes, they don't give her nothing. And I'm like, is this has to be like, someone has to address this. I feel like they're leaning a lot on, at least, well, let me not say they're doing this. Me as a viewer, I feel like I'm leaning a lot on Tom and Zendaya's like real life romance to like fill in the gaps, because they're like all over social media, like on this press tour, like, oh yeah, Tom and Zendaya. And it's like you can kind of like overlay them on top of like Spider-Man and Peter. But if you look at the actual movies, we're not getting too much of MJ as far as like her desires, her character, like anything about her
it's like
life.
it's like they make her
But yeah,
really
I guess.
capable. Because she's smart and whatnot. Like she's the smart MJ. There's not a smart MJ like that. Not saying that MJs
Yes.
are not smart, but they're mostly like journalists or supermodels. It's like they're not a scientist, and she's the only one that is a scientist. And she's very effective at being a scientist, especially when it applies to Spider Man. But she's pretty much a second guy in the chair. Like like
Mhm.
she doesn't have a life outside of Spider Man, even when he's not in her life.
She
But she
definitely,
is
they do show
capable
her as
though.
being like the smartest MJ we've had so far, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Malcolm, how did you feel about Ned and MJ? Now that everybody grown now, they done graduated MIT. Ned thought he was gonna have a beard for a little while, and apparently MJ sitting over there being a bum, just over there jobless in a New York apartment.
Honestly, I think this is everybody at their best. To be honest, I mean, even though MJ is kind of being a bum right now, but I still think like every character, Peter, Ned, MJ, like they are like fully embracing themselves. Like they're adults now, which is kind of what I liked it to see them acting wise. Like I don't mind the high school journey, but like I kind of wanted to see more of them in terms of character development and stuff. So seeing, Ned being addicted to what shark drink or whatever it's called, and them having the parties and all that stuff, and I really enjoyed seeing all of that. besides focusing on Spider-Man, because Spider-Man and Peter Parker are the same thing, which is kind of one of the problems that he's having in this movie. But I really loved everything about this movie. Everything that they showed between all three of the characters. It was just really good to me.
I dig it. This was my surprise for the movie. So he looking for answers because he's running to a person who can hot bodies as far as he knows. And I also knew then exactly who that character was because I did get some spoilers before I watched this movie. So the moment I saw the power
So what you
Spider-Man,
trying to wait?
no, I'm just saying I got some spoilers. My best friend spoiled that for me because he told me about somebody else telling the public about a spoiler.
What is this picture do?
Oh no, that Spider-Man in his drawers is a thing. And like they put this in the movie for a reason. When they have him stripped down like that, like this has happened to him before.
Video taken down with this picture. Does he even got drawers on in this?
Yeah, he got drawers on. It's like little Spider-Man drawers. But like that's the thing with Spider-Man. Like his suit would get damaged or like destroyed or contaminated or whatever, and he would literally go around in drawers and a mask just to get back home. Like that's happened a number of times in the comics. It's such a like popular trope for him that in the video game, if you like get like all the things like unlocked 100%, you get this as a costume to wear in the video game. Like it's a thing. So when they put it in the movie, I knew they was paying homage to that.
That's crazy. And then Yelena putting up these little small potato sign is not doing
She was not. She was killing me with that. She was killing me with that. Yo, she was wild, yo. But I do like how they worked her in the movie, and she was a complete surprise for me because they didn't spoil her at all.
Facts.
And I get and the way she was talking about to Spider-Man, like his problems wasn't that big though. Just because she's now quote unquote a new Avenger, it's just like, oh, whatever you be dealing with, it's not gonna be as much as what we got going on. It's not gonna be no intergalactic type conspiracy theory type things. You just dealing with low level criminal type thing. Like she kind of brushed him off, but she probably shouldn't have done that, especially even though she doesn't know who he is and that he know all about these things. But like she kind of it's giving I'm a better superhero than you, so your problems really aren't that
Right.
major. That's how I felt about it. Is what it was giving. And for somebody to be trying to tell somebody their problems aren't that major, it don't look like you doing too much right now, new Black Widow. But since you in the spa in the sauna
That's her
hot
office.
tub,
That's her office.
yeah, since you in the hot tub, though, you ain't that busy. It looked like he doing a whole lot of work for somebody who's working small potatoes. Malcolm, did you get? Oh yeah, you said you didn't get any spoilers. So was you shocked to see new Black Widow?
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely surprised that Florence Pugh was in this movie. I, for one, really love this scene. I don't know why it took them this long to have a scene like this with Florence Pugh. Like, they should have her have cameos in every movie. Like, every TV show, every movie, let her have a cameo at that spot. And it would be amazing every single time.
Yeah, I told my homie that she was in a spot like this, and he was like, "Okay, he gotta go watch the movie." Nah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, she has a weird look, but it's dope. But like, I just like how she brings the
Not
Black
a
Widow.
weird look.
Yeah, it's a weird look. She got a weird look. I don't know what it is about it. It's weird, but it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I dig it. But she does bring a nice, like, always sarcastic like feel to that character because the Yelena that I know from the comics is a bitch. Like she is not a likable character at all, and like the way that
I didn't know she was in the comics. Okay,
yeah,
she's Black Widow's sister in the comics too.
not really they were both like Red Room super soldiers or whatever, but they had beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like she's very sexualized in the comics, like way more than Black Widow, because she's kind of like the badder girl of the two bad girls. You know what I'm saying? So like the
Okay.
whole Ant-Man hiding in somebody's breast to get snuck into somewhere is her breast that he's hiding inside. He shrinks down. So like she's used like that in the comics a lot.
Wow. Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know how they didn't put her in Marvel Rivals yet.
Yeah, yeah. It is kind of weird, especially since she's the surviving Black Widow. Like they'll probably give her a skin or something. Be the same character, just give her skin, a blonde haired Black Widow skin. But yeah, she wanted to talk about his small potatoes, which just happened to be the most dangerous thing we've seen on Earth in the MCU.
Mhm.
But we'll get to that. So freaking Damage Control, man. Like I knew in the first Spider-Man movie when Tony Stark funded Damage Control that they were gonna be a problem. Like Stark likes starting problems incidentally to save the world.
And that's people's goats.
Oh yeah, they love Tony. He stay messing up, but they love Tony. Well, I swear.
You know, I knew it wasn't gonna be no good. I knew they was not to be trusted when I seen Mr. Milkshake from Severance. I said he's very villainy. And when I seen him, I said, yeah, I don't think I trust them at all. Especially when we seen the hand there. And I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way that the hand decided to turn around and be good people all of a sudden. Not the one that was giving Daredevil straight hell. Not these people.
And then
I
not only that, this is I feel isn't this the same DODC that was in Wonder Man? They were trying to find like the people with abilities and stuff,
Yeah,
and the same one from like Miss Marvel. They ain't never been on the side of good, so it's like
yeah.
we know what's up when we
It,
see
it,
them.
it, it seems like they're gonna use the Damage Control people to like do like the anti mutant stuff. In my opinion, it's
It's
gonna be like
called
the
something of
government.
humanity or Friends of Humanity
Yeah, like
from
but they're gonna be
X-Men.
government funded because they have an
Mm.
issue with people with powers. Like either they keep track of you or they try to take you and freaking experiment on you. So they got issues with folks with powers. Cause they're just supposed to be cleaning up after major events. That what their whole thing was supposed to be about. Like in the first Spider-Man, the Vulture was stealing from Damage Control. It's like he got all his weapons and stuff. That's why he called himself the Vulture. 'Cause he was pilfering from their leftovers. So like they were never on the up and up. Not even in the first their first introduction. They were terrible people. But yeah, they were really the antagonists in this movie. Even though we didn't figure, but we kind of knew that the whole time, but we didn't. They didn't explicitly state that until the very end. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I just knew. And anybody else on Damage Control, I don't know. It's just something about I can't even think of his name. I just call him Milchek from Severance. I just knew seeing him that they was to just not be trusted. I just something told me that they was I don't know. I don't trust none of these government entities that they have in any of these. They always doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing, or they always doing something backhanded. It was just I don't know. It was just giving shady business department for me. And I don't know why Peter's spidey senses didn't pick that up. Like, where is your discernment on this? Are we just, I don't know, taking a blind eye because they said they were good people?
I mean, he ain't got Daredevil senses. He can't tell when they lying to him.
I was like, where is your antennas?
But what's the dude named Metzger, whatever his name is, the director, the guy from Severance. He's white in the comments. Nobody said anything about that. I'm guessing they didn't know. Because
Oh
usually,
wow.
yeah, they make a big deal about that. But yeah, he's white in the comics. He's a very prominent character in this movie.
They
Nobody
probably
said
didn't know
nobody said
because
nothing.
they
Yeah,
love to complain.
That's because the evil black man is the agenda these days.
nope.
I was just gonna say, and it's probably because he was an evil man and he wasn't a hero that they probably just let it slide.
Most likely.
Clearly. Anyway. So I saw from, because I try not to watch a whole lot of trailers, but this was the one that was leaked because Marvel liked to give away way too much stuff. That we had Banner come back. Um, since when did Banner decide he wanted to be in his complete human form again? Because last time we checked, he was like living his life as both. Because even when he was in She-Hulk, he was still both, right? I feel like he was still both in She-Hulk. So I don't know when he decided that he just wanted to be Banner, or the MCU decided they just wanted to save some money and just split it up. It's giving we needed to save a couple dollars. But we see
He
him.
needed a device to dial it down. You know what I'm saying? Because he transformed into Smart Hulk, so he can do that. The smart version of himself.
But remember, I thought that he decided, because remember in Endgame he was like, oh, I'm blending the two worlds and I'm gonna be both. I'm gonna be like Hulk, but like me, like Banner and Hulk together. And then we see that you wanted to separate it. People were saying that he had to do it because Hulk might have been kind of like maybe coming through too much, like there's no real way for him to be both because Hulk was doing too much, so he has to be one or the other. So he's been kind of like, I'm gonna be myself because maybe the Hulk is doing too much, and him trying to teach and don't know. But you know what? If I was in his class, I don't want to hear about nothing but your adventures of being an adventure.
It's terrible.
Why would you have me as a teacher and not tell me about your life as the Hulk and being an Avenger? Like, don't waste my time with stuff that's in the books that I can read. I want to
Everybody in
know
there felt it.
like what's going on. So I would want to be in his class just for that too. And so they probably ain't learning not a damn thing in that class. But Peter knows that he's smart because he knows who this is for real, and try to get some inside information um, about how to tone down, what's going on with him. And we'll talk about that later. But then, shout out to Jean, but she really unleashed the beast here. And this was like Hulk in a way we hadn't seen him in a very, very long time. He went completely feral. He's the biggest we've ever seen him before. You can't beat this guy. Peter didn't beat him. He didn't beat him. Peter didn't beat him. Only thing he was like, can you please remember that we friends? Like some kind of way. Is there something in there that you remember something about me? And I think a little bit of it did peek through that he did remember her. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the gamma rays that he's made out of. But I think there was something in him that was like, okay, this isn't a bad person. I somehow know this is a good guy because he was dragging Peter all up and through that building. He was Peter was getting that work, and until he literally backed off of him himself. So Peter didn't actually beat him. But what are y'all's thoughts on seeing Banner and the actual Hulk? Malcolm, what did you think when you seen him, or did you know this was coming?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was coming, but this was peak right here. I really love seeing Hulk. I know people say that the Hulk fell off after getting a 2-piece by Thanos, but to me, Hulk fell off for me personally after Age of Ultron. I mean, I know people like him in Ragnarok, but I didn't like Ragnarok as a whole, to be honest. But
What? That's my favorite Thor movie.
I mean, with a name like Ragnarok, there's no Ragnarok. It's supposed to be dark, not funny. But I really loved seeing the Hulk. The stock for Hulk went back up after this movie. I really wish they would give this man a movie because he needs one. This is the Hulk that we need to see. We need to see him to remind everybody that the Hulk is the strongest there is, and he's the best to do it. And this movie was a quick reminder that yeah, he might not be the man that he was back then, but he is still a scary individual that can literally end you anytime he wanted to. And I really love seeing this. But hope to see
I don't
more
think he's gonna get a
Hulk.
movie. I don't think he's gonna get a movie.
You don't
They're
think
not gonna
so?
give it to him. I don't think it's too late. They're not gonna give it to him because what's his name? Mark Ruffalo. I don't feel like he really in it anymore. He's an activist, and I feel like that's more of his lane now. But I did like seeing like full Hulk in this movie. And actually, my fiance brought up the question too, that why did he have this kind of suppression wristband on if he was fully trying to be smart Hulk at that point. And I'm thinking maybe he just got tired of, or not tired of, like maybe he just wanted to see himself as he is. Like I guess when I thought of it as kind of like a body dysmorphia thing. Like you were born one way, and then suddenly you look this other way. Eventually, you want to say, "Hey, I want to look how I looked, how I'm supposed to look." I'm thinking that's why he put it on because he just kind of wanted to look how he normally would, and also it would help him blend in to get a job. He got to, pay bills. The eviction's not paying no bills
He got a kid
for
too.
her. So he said he got to put this on to get that paycheck, and that's what he had to do. So that's what I think happened.
But I think that he might get his own movie or something based around him because of how they set this up. They set the last Spider-Man up in order to give us the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. How they set up the ending to this, like the report on Hulk or the report on Banner is that he went crazy. And now he's locked up. Like that's how it ended. They never resolved that. So like that kind of flashes back to like the original story for Banner. And like the only reason he hasn't had a movie in the MCU yet, other than the Ed Norton film, which wasn't MCU, but they kind of adopted it, is because Universal owned Hulk. They own the rights to Hulk. But now Marvel has the rights back. So there's nothing stopping them from doing World War Hulk. And I'm thinking they're gonna do World War Hulk because they brought his son and She-Hulk, they brought him back to being the
Haven't mentioned
unstoppable
him
rage
since. Like,
monster.
where is he at?
But like, I think they'll. I mean, I'm thinking that this whole entire Hulk moment is the prelude to Hulk doing the World War Hulk thing, and especially with the X-Men. Yeah, like it lines up too well. It lines up way too good. Cause Hulk run through all the freaking heroes in the world, and they got Sentry, and that's a big mate. That's a major mashup between Hulk and Sentry in the comics. Like in that story in particular, I just feel like they're bringing him to that in some shape, form, or fashion. And then how this movie ended with the post credits scene, we'll get there. But even that kind of hints towards them doing something major with Hulk in the future, in my opinion. But I'm
Okay.
hoping.
Can't wait to hear more about this.
Yeah, we'll get there. Oh man, so we all knew Jean Grey was in this movie, right? It wasn't just me. Was that spoiled
Yes.
for everybody?
Spoilers. Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. So
I know that
what
Black
do
Dude spoiled it, but I didn't know that she was in the movie.
Uh-huh.
yeah, but like once you know that, and then when you see the opening scene of those people being possessed like that, you put two and two together. It's Jean. Like I knew then. I knew like 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, it was obvious. It was obvious. And like, on YouTube there was all of these like, predictions and putting I was like, "Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure her."
But I like how they introduced her though. Um, and so I guess if you didn't know a whole lot about Jean and the X-Men and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't have guessed it. But soon as I figured out the villain wasn't a particular villain, but it was somebody being mind controlled, I said, yeah. I said either it's Venom, because people were trying to say Venom was in the movie. I said either this is Venom or this is Jean in the movie. And once they showed her, I was just like, okay, so it is Jean and not Venom. And I'm just like, I'm talking out loud in the movie theater, like, yes, I knew it. But I was glad that I liked how they introduced her, because it was almost like they wanted us to think that she was a villain. But like, once I think we got that confirmation that it was Jean, I knew there was no way she was a villain. I'm like, she doing this for something. She's doing this for a reason. She wouldn't be body hopping for a reason, for no reason. She doesn't. Jean isn't somebody who's just gonna do things for the plot, just to be a villain, or to do things because she's trying to hurt people. If she is doing this, she is trying to get something or save somebody. So I knew it had to be that. And I do like the backstory about her sister, and the whole time her thinking that she was trying to save her sister. But if y'all know the real backstory about Jean, we knew her sister never made it anyway. Her sister didn't make it to the school of gifted youngsters. So I knew she wasn't going to make it out of this movie. So I didn't know if she was going to be, DOA, or if it was going to happen at that point. But I knew her sister was not going to make it out of this movie. And, that was enough. Grief does things to people. And that was enough to push her powers to a limit that she probably didn't even know that she had at the time. Damage control. The only thing they were trying to do was mind control other people, including her own sister. They're not trying to control the type of damage on anything. They're out here using people with special abilities. And we saw that. And, I seen this debate on social media about whether Jean was right about what she was doing, especially what she did with Peter with intercepting MJ. That they were like, she was dead wrong for that, and she tried to throw MJ off the building, and she was playing on Peter's emotions and stuff. I'm sorry, in some cases I do root for the villain, even though she wasn't the real villain. But I'm sorry, if my younger sister was kidnapped and being tortured by a bunch of people, and this man is in my way, it's up. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to go and get my sister. And if he's in my way, you got to get out of my way. I'm not trying to hurt you, but you're in my way. I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, I saw the like conversations online about, oh, is she too evil? If are they doing too much with Jean because she's killing people this movie? I'm like, she got to do what she got to do, right? It's not like she had a reason. And I honestly didn't feel like what she was doing was all of that. Like, it's not like she out here snapping people away out of existence. It's like she's just trying to get to her sister, and yeah, maybe a couple people had to die. Like, I wanted to ask you guys, there was a part in the movie where she told Spider-Man that she was going after MJ, and he ended up trapping her in a helicopter, right? I think it was in like in a crane in a helicopter. And I'm like, how did she get out of that quick enough to get to MJ? Do you think she jumped, had that man jump to the ground and like switch from there, or how like how did that happen? Did she have him off himself so she can get close enough to somebody to switch bodies, or
I think she
something
just
else?
disconnected. Because Spider-Man didn't think that she could just disconnect from them because she is somewhere else. So she just,
Next, doesn't she like go back into her own body and has to go to the closest body next to her own body?
but like, I don't think she has to jump between bodies to come back. I think she can just
And
come
no,
back.
no, no. But once she comes back, then she would have to start all over again now.
Yeah,
So
then
she
she
would
have
have
to
to.
start over. Yeah.
Would that be quick enough to get to MJ?
How would she have still
Yeah,
gotten
like I don't know.
MJ?
Shout out if you from New York in
How
the
would she
chat.
have still gotten MJ?
Yeah, in
It
time.
ain't nothing but
How
3
did that happen?
miles. 3 miles wide.
Oh, from Peter House to MJ House.
Nah, like all of like Manhattan, like that whole area.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, she did have some impeccable timing. But I also don't think she killed anybody, because I was thinking this as I was watching. I'm sitting there like, are they really gonna pull a Scarlet Witch and have a hero turn villain and turn hero again? Because she said sorry, because Scarlet Witch killed people. But I don't think. I don't think
Not too
Jean
much,
killed
Alana.
anybody.
Not too much. She did
Hey,
kill
what about
somebody
the
though
guy
that
with the
that
taxi?
yeah, she killed him for sure. He got hit.
Who?
The one where she backed up and then got hit by the taxi.
Oh yeah. Was he? Did he die though? Did he die like?
I mean, we didn't get an update.
He said we didn't get an update, so it must be.
The reason why I say I don't think she killed anybody, because when she turned into those guards and she made them shoot each other, they were shooting each other in the
Yes.
legs. Like, she was shooting people in the legs the whole entire time. And these are the guys that got her sister. So why the heck was she back a random man into a car, but she not headshot and she not doming guards?
Well, she killed anybody in that radius who was swimming in the pool at the time of the freeze, because they done, drowned to death by the time everything happened.
Yo, that's another thing though. I always say this because I'm an MCU fanboy, but the MCU always depict these characters better than they are ever depicted by anybody else. Jean, we've never seen Jean this powerful, and this is a Jean without practice. Every version of Jean, except for that terrible Phoenix, both of those terrible Phoenix movies, has been way underpowered. They just a little bit of telekinesis, a little bit of mind stuff, and now I got a headache. But this Jean was like freaking Carrie, fam. Like, like that scene of her being interrogated was a horror movie. That was a horror scene. Like, that was some Sam Raimi type ish they was pulling off in there. Like, this Jean was OP as crap, and she ain't even trained yet. It's just what she can do on her own.
I wonder if this was like the determining, or like the thing that caught Charles's attention for Jean, because at least in the movies, I haven't read the comics, but in the live action, they had the flashback of Charles. I think it was Charles Xavier and Magneto. They came to visit her because she was doing all of this stuff in her, like, her little suburb town, and the parents got scared. So I wonder if this is the actor, like, okay, there's some high activity. He was a Cerebro. Like, let me zone in on this one mutant with all this high activity in Manhattan. I wonder if that's how they're gonna like make it work.
Would that mean that Charles has been around this whole time? He has
He
to be an
gotta be.
older guy. And if that's the case, then what was you doing? What was you doing during Endgame, fam?
Low, laying low from the
And not too
DOVC.
much on
Not too
Professor X. Not too much.
I mean, they could do a cop out and say they got snapped.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, when they snapped him back, wait.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Malcolm. He was dusted this whole time. That's
Right.
exactly what happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I accept that answer.
They
Oh man,
should
but
definitely address, like, where he's been, though. Like, 'cause he has to be an older cat. Older than Jean at least. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll see, because they said that they're going to, after probably Doomsday Secret Wars type thing, they're gonna recast all of the X-Men. So I'm not sure who's gonna take up the mantle after that. But again, not too much on Charles. Maybe at this point he was trying to get the school together.
Right.
He might just now be putting Cerebro together.
He trying to get
is
that
what I'm-
grant, trying to get that land grant for their school.
Yeah, like what's his name? Dr.
Dr. Umar? Okay,
The-
he's trying to trying to get his school together.
Donations for the school is coming.
Hey,
Okay, that's exactly in my mind. That's what he's doing right now. Okay,
right.
he's putting the school together.
Right. This is the thing that a lot of people are talking about in this movie is the it kind of pulled at your heartstrings a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like Spider-Man has a lot of wholesome themes in his movies, but I think this one really touched on like the loneliness epidemic. Like it really touched on like you can't live alone. You can't do things alone. Like from no perspective. And for me it's wild that they did it from a male and female perspective because Jean was suffering from that same loneliness, even though hers wasn't self-imposed. Spider-Man's was self-imposed. But yeah, I dug that whole entire thing when she goes into his mind and she had a talk with Aunt May. So it's like the memory of Aunt May is giving her a pep talk. That was pretty dope. That whole entire thing was pretty dope.
I liked the fact that we saw Peter evolving with his abilities. I like that he was becoming more spider-like. I thought it was hilarious that he was gagging at the fact that he could now produce his own webs, because that's what y'all get for laughing at Peter too, because he could do it on his own. Like, oh yeah, you produce your own webs. Like, ooh, what is that about? And now look at you. That's what happened when you talk about people right there. And that he didn't even know how to use them correctly. But I thought that was hilarious. But him going like full arachnid, I liked it. Okay, sometimes you just got to be angry and throw cars at people, because sometimes we need that. Sometimes Peter, you like to be nice, and then there are times that you got to act like Frank Castle and shoot people sometimes. Now, he did end up getting shot, but I don't think Frank's philosophy was wrong. Sometimes it takes that. It take a little bit of that sometimes. And but I watching him, it's like, even though you are already bit by a radioactive spider, it's almost like he didn't want to embrace all of his abilities, how they were coming at him. Like, why were you inhibiting his stuff? And I didn't think we saw how bad it was until MJ looked at his computer and was like you really trying to suppress like a whole lot here. Like, it's a lot that's going on. Like, you kind of doing a lot to suppress yourself. And it's almost like, why didn't you want to like fully embrace this new part of you? And in my mind, I kept thinking like, maybe you need another suit or something. Maybe it's too much feedback. And then I was like, Tony Stark ain't here to make him another suit. And then I got sad. But I'm glad he finally embraced the other side of him. But I want to actually even see how much because it's almost like he was afraid to like be full on that side, because it was almost like in his mind was like, dang, if I go all the way dark, I'm gonna be like the Punisher, and I don't want to be like him because all he want to do is shoot people. Malcolm, how did you feel about go ahead, see. How did you feel about go ahead, see.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Malcolm. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, what was you about to say, Kay?
How did you feel about Peter actually letting Jean into his mind because she couldn't do it alone? And then how did you feel about his like evolution into being like a full spider?
Well, my opinion about him embracing being a full spider, it just shows that there's levels between being Tom Holland Spider-Man and being Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. When Black-Eyed Spider-Man in this movie is basically just Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but in base form. Like, okay, so Peter was basically trying to he was trying to not embrace all of that stuff. But Tobey did it with no problem. And the fact that he ran away from trying to be a Spider-Man proves, I'm not going to say it, but Tobey is still that guy, in my opinion.
literally the worst Spider-Man. I don't care what the propaganda train of the Tobey Maguire propaganda train said. He's the worst Spider-Man in my opinion.
It,
Literally
Tom
horrible.
Holland ran from it.
I like
Tobey
him.
Maguire embraced it.
Tobey Maguire was dry, boring. It's like no
Yeah,
personality in the film.
yes, he made a good Peter. Maybe not so much of the best Spider-Man in the suit, but I love Tobey Maguire as a good. He made a good Peter, though.
No, but Peter was always cracking jokes. He was a smart aleck, and this Toby is like just like who's this weird kid about to shoot up the school? It's like what? I never liked him.
Like he was kind of corny. He was cornier than the other Spider-Man, but at the same time, Spider-Man was more corny back then when he was made, so it kind of fit the character better. Andrew Garfield is the more like I would say confident Spider-Man. Like it's hard for me to think of Andrew Garfield as ever being a kid who got bullied in school. He doesn't seem like that kid at all in any of the Spider-Man movies. And
I mean,
I actually like that version. I like the confident Spider-Man, and there are versions of Spider-Man that follows that. I just feel like Tom Holland is the closest to like 616 original Spider-Man than like any other Spider-Man. And I don't know. I feel like he didn't embrace the whole spider thing because like he looked at it from like a scientific perspective. It's a mutation, and he don't know how far his mutation to go. Will he get 8 arms? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some stuff to worry
That's what I
about.
would be worried about.
I
That's
heard they were
exactly
gonna do
what I
that,
would be
but they
worried
cut
about.
it.
Yeah, I
I
heard
wouldn't
it
want
was
to
the
turn
whole
into a
man
spider.
spider.
Like
Well, see
that's
they
the
have
whole
the
reason
whole
I would wear it
man
because who wants to
spider.
wake up with falling legs?
Exactly.
Yeah, who want to be that? Not me.
I
It's
mean,
like
sometimes if you gotta embrace all parts of you. Like the Nightcrawler could be Nightcrawler, and then Banner you could be. Sometimes you got to be who you are. So now, if you have a few extra limbs,
Nah,
then you got a
man
few
spider
extra
is
hands
not
to catch
it.
for these villains to catch them hands.
Man spider is not it. I'm sorry. That
no,
thing
thank
like
you.
a thing. He damn so
And
get
he
MJ
really not
back
gonna get
like
his
that.
girl back after that. That's for sure. MJ was like, heck no.
Yeah, she definitely was I feel I feel bad. But you know what? Since we're here, okay, I have a question because I couldn't figure this out. So when she was telling Peter that she she didn't remember anything, she don't know anything. But what if Jean did something when she froze everybody to make to allow them to remember? Because how Ned all of a sudden remember with a handshake, but MJ did you was dating the man and you don't know anything? But she told Peter, "Hey, tell Ned he can take it." Like I feel like there's something in there that she might know a little something. I don't know, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like MJ might be lying a little bit. Like I feel like she know a little something, but it was a little weird for her to just like, okay, this I was in love with this man and then he didn't tell me. I don't know. I just feel like because how would Ned all of a sudden know? And then people are like, oh well, Ned is magic. You see what he did with the ring, with the Doctor Strange ring or
It
whatever.
is magic.
Yeah, the sling ring.
Yeah, you gotta have
But
some level of magic, like aptitude to use a sling ring.
but how did somehow? But like I said, all it took was a handshake. Nah, I think either Jean unlocked something with them, or it was that easy as a handshake to get his memory going. And MJ, when you were swinging on the web when he took you back home, a little something triggered you to remember something. That's why you wanted him to tell Ned, and you drew the picture of them. I don't know. What do y'all think? I honestly feel like she knows more than what she's letting on, and she's just afraid to tell him.
I think Jean said, "Hey, it's a blank slate in that girl mind. She don't remember none of that stuff."
But what if when she saw that, but Jean has the ability to do something about it though? What if she did something? Or what if the letter that
Jean
MJ
that
wrote
powerful, yeah, she
kicked
can
something?
unlock memories.
I don't think that he remember. Well, okay, I think that potentially after Gene left, I think they left it a little vague to say maybe that could be the thing. But I was leaning towards that when I left the theater. But my fiance pointed out the same thing that Annabelle pointed out here. Said, "Oh, it's muscle memory as far as the handshake goes." So maybe that. But I do feel like with Gene going in the mind of these characters, that maybe they could leave that as a potential in like future movies. Like, oh, she unlocked a little bit of something, so she remembers a little bit, piece by piece.
So they got
And we'll see. And
Gene
if
more
it's muscle
powerful than.
memory, wouldn't it be easy? Wouldn't it be almost the same as when, she was swinging with him going home? Like, that's enough of something to remember, to like kickstart your brain. Like, that's not a normal thing to do, to
Sit
swing
around on
home.
that thing.
But,
Oh no, she wasn't.
that's so like something triggered. MJ knows something. Damn, I feel like she lying. She knows something. Hell, something triggered her memory.
She wasn't afraid to swing home though. So, because remember when she was first swinging with him, she was scared to swing with him when she knew him.
Exactly.
But in this movie, she wasn't scared to swing with him at all. I don't know.
Exactly.
Weird.
Well,
That's all I can
actually,
say.
uh, Gene was possessing MJ when they first swung together, but then on the way back after the whole truth reveal thing that she said that she doesn't love him, that's when she was scared
Ah,
on the way back to Ned's place.
she was. Yeah, I do kind of remember that. I don't know. Maybe. But like you guys are saying that Jean is more powerful than Doctor Strange's magic. They doing a lot. They doing a lot.
Mm.
Well, I just want to add to the whole Gene thing. What did she say after revealing to Peter that this wasn't MJ all along? True love's kiss breaks the spell. So for Ned's instance,
But
true love's fist breaks the spell.
boy, you don't get out of
You-
here with that.
That's terrible.
Nah, I believe MJ knows something, because I believe, like, even as a friend, like, even because especially if Jean feels like Peter could be her only friend and ally, she might have said, okay, when I went in MJ mind, she ain't know a damn thing about you, but let me tweak a little something for you. Let me do something for my boy and help
But
you
like,
out a little bit.
what if it's gone? Like in the comics, Jean's whole thing with Wolverine is her trying to make him remember his past, but his mind got wiped. There's portions that she just can't bring out because they're just gone. And she said that Shorty memory was just gone when it came to Peter Parker. Like it was
But
nothing.
that was before she leveled up.
Oh, and it could be she was saying that to get to him a little bit too. Like, yeah, she
She
don't
could have
remember
just
you at
been lying.
all.
I get that
Hmm.
too, but I kind of believe her.
But
But
remember,
you know what?
even
Maybe
though
not because. But no, MJ confirmed it though. She was like, "I don't remember you." When he confessed that he loved her, she kind of confirmed that she had no memory of him.
Yeah, she was like, whatever that spell was, it worked. Cause
Yeah, which is wild because I don't know how she turned down Spider Man like that after she found the note.
But maybe the
Like, come on,
note
this is
triggered
Spider
something
Man.
though. But I feel like maybe it started to like come back to her. Like, maybe initially she was like, I don't know, I don't know you, I don't know none of this. But like reading the note could have triggered some things. Her swinging back home with him could have triggered some things. Sitting around with him and Ned could have triggered some things. And then Jean going in afterwards, because remember, this was like when she leveled up, when she was in that with damage control. Her powers immediately, and she even told Peter, like, hey, I'm more powerful now than I was then. And she had everybody's mind under control, like, at that moment. And coming out of it, she could have been like, Peter, my homeboy now. I might give, hopefully I give, MJ a little something to help your boy out. Hopefully this will help him. Since I see he really loved her. Let me trigger something in her memory. I don't know.
Come on,
I
you
just
go
feel
ahead,
like
keep hope
MJ know
alive, Jay.
more than what she's letting on.
Keep hope alive.
I think
I feel like she knows something.
I think they're gonna pull Gamora and Star Lord. She got to remember him all over again.
Damn, that would be terrible. That would
Anyway,
be
your
terrible.
boy got shot by Kiva's favorite person.
It was an accident.
It was no accident. That was not an accident.
It was an accident because he wasn't the target. But Frank hit his target every time. It just so happened that Peter stood in the line of fire, but he
First off,
wasn't the
that was a heck
target.
of a shot. First off, I was trying to figure out what
It
is he about
was.
to do when he went up them stairs. Like, what is he about to do? Like, what can Frank do in this moment?
The same thing he always do. Shoot people. You
Exactly.
knew what he
Shoot
was
him
gonna
up.
do.
But like, I was trying to figure it out as he was
It did
preparing
seem crazy
himself.
far.
That was a mad shot, yo. Like, that was like the opening scene from Wanted when Buddy was shooting from across the city.
Mm-hmm.
That was a heck of a shot, but he should have known like Peter Parker's there, Spider Man's there. Like, he knows bro got the senses, and the only reason why he reacted too late, for them to get both of them out of the way, because she was in his mind. So he sensed that while she was invading his mind, and he still managed to get in the way of the bullet. Spider Man OP.
He was in that moment, and somebody, because I said when I was because I'm gonna go back and forth people on YouTube. I was like, my favorite part was when he turned into Neo from the Matrix, and somebody was just like, how did he turn into Neo? Okay, y'all didn't pay attention enough in the Matrix. Like right there when he was fighting the Hand and they was whooping his ass royally, flying through the air and everything. He was even had to give them their props, like they was really doing their thing. But like, and Gene was in his mind and just like, who are you? Do you want to be? Who are you? And he was battling for a while with him, embracing that whole arachnid thing. Like he was leveling up. Like, remember, he didn't even want to look at the picture of the spiders. Me neither, because I'm afraid of them. I would have said turn that shit off too. Ew. But he didn't want to be that. And once he had that moment of realization, like, I can actually embrace this new side of me and still be me. I could just be a better, high powered version of me. Oh, he was in there tossing the Hand he was turning him every which way but loose. Okay. His webs were so strong they were cutting through metal. And these are the webs that he could barely like sling and swing with. Like, it took him a second, and I'm just like, that was his like Matrix moment where he just like, I see it now. I'm fully like, I have to know I'm the shit. Like, I don't think he really knew that he was that until that moment. Like Spider-Man was on some stuff we ain't ever seen him on at that moment. He was like at peak level Spider-Man, Peter Parker in that room that they didn't think he was out of. He fought the Hand off and got through metal doors and let Jean, a powerful mutant, inside of his mind and was in there with her. And Frank did shoot him on an accident, but he carried him to the hospital and he sat with him the whole time.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God.
The part
That's a good friend.
when Jean when she was in the room and Peter was in the room with her. I think it was actually, no, it was just before he got in the room. He was fighting the Hand and she was talking to him, right? And she had old dude from the DODC in the chair in front of her with the glass blades pointing to his face, right? She said Peter Parker's whole name, whole government name in front of this guy, right? So what did that mean? Like, he knows now, he knows the name Peter Parker. Like, isn't it like, did she just kind of like set him up low
I
key?
thought about that. I figured she just wiped everybody's memories that saw bro.
All
Cause
right.
she also kept him from bleeding out because the Punisher told him that like she was the one, she used her powers to keep him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
from
But
going
so
away.
she had enough power to freeze everybody, stop him from dying, and simultaneously wipe everybody's memories and get him to the hospital, or get him at least
But
to the
the
point
She
where he
could
can
do
come to
that
peace.
though. Like,
I mean,
it's
Gene built
Jean.
like that.
everybody and wiping memories is
Uh,
definitely
Mhm.
within her wheelhouse. She was
okay.
Jean OP, but still, I don't think she's more powerful than Doctor Strange's magic.
Magic versus pure mutant abilities.
I'm saying though, like I just feel like she couldn't undo that spell no matter what she tried to do. But yeah, keeping his internal organs inside because he got hit by a freaking that was like a 50 cal. He got hit by a big bullet. Like it wasn't an ordinary projectile. But so yeah, all of that. She could do all of that. I wish they would have shown her wiping people's memories because everybody in that building saw his face. The entire
Yeah.
DOC saw his face.
And I'm sure
And
there's cameras all up in there.
yeah, and the hand. You know the hand a problem. I mean, they working with the DOC right now. You know, today.
And everybody in the hospital, I guess, I don't know, they holding tight to
But
them
see,
HIPAA laws.
I feel like Frank was in there because he said he had him. So, because we asked about his mask, I feel like Frank wouldn't let him take his mask off. So he had to work on him while he had the mask on.
Or that he made sure, or maybe he threatened them. I feel like maybe it was like a select few that they just like let in there. Like Frank's just like, hey, y'all gonna do what y'all do and don't tell nobody, or I got something for you in the bag. I feel like that.
I
In my mind, that's what happened.
I heard there was the deleted scene with Rosario Dawson's character from Daredevil, the
Mm.
nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe she was involved, and she keep people's secrets. She ain't. So that's what I heard, but I'm not sure if that's 100%.
Nurse for superheroes. I forgot all about her.
Yeah, that would have made sense if they would have had her in there though, because yeah, she definitely would be the one to be like, I know how to be discreet and keep this on the low.
I dug it though. Even that was like a heartfelt moment. And then Frank cried. Then he threatened Spider-Man. I'll tell anybody.
Poor Frank.
That's why I feel like he threatened the hospital staff.
Dang.
I dug it. Freaking Jean got to walk away, which was, I mean, like I'm okay with Jean walking away, even though she caused a lot of damage. I just have hangups about them letting freaking Scarlet Witch walk away after everything she did. She enslaved the entire town.
Wanda?
That's
It's Elizabeth Olsen. She can do anything she wants.
Right.
Oh my
I
god.
was just gonna say, don't not too much on Wanda neither. She was grieving. She lost a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I
They
ain't
was
saying
playing
that
with
if
her.
that's okay, but like,
She took a
I
lot
mean, if
too.
I had like witch level abilities, I don't know. I
You
mean,
would
she
take
didn't hurt nobody. They didn't.
Yeah,
She
she
didn't hurt
did. She took out an entire universe's group of heroes.
Oh, that was Multiverse of Madness writing all crazy. That's why I didn't like that movie like that.
nobody.
That was that. That was the writers messed her up like that.
She messed up in the comics. One ain't never been right.
I blame Magneto for that. He should have been an
He
absent
was
father.
the problem. He was 100% the problem.
that was all Magneto right there. You know,
Oh man.
doing the best she can. But yeah, we see at the end Jean is going somewhere, hopefully for to headed to Xavier's School of Gifted Youngsters
It don't
as well.
exist yet. He's still getting them donations.
She gonna be in the vicinity of, so when the school is built, he gonna come holler at her, or or she might be going somewhere and running the sky.
Right.
Oh
Before his
God.
powers.
You know
She's
what?
gonna
I have
go
a question for you guys. This is what people are saying online. I want to know what you guys think. At when Peter ends up leaving the hospital and Frank creates that whole distraction, and in the crowd there's a little boy in a Spider-Man costume that gives him like the little people are saying that's Miles Morales. Do you guys think that was a Miles Morales?
Child, people saying the black dude that Jean jumped into his body was also gonna be Miles Morales. People get on
Not
the internet and be saying anything.
I
They
don't
talking
think
about that
so.
dude is the new Miles.
Not if cause dude, Childish Gambino, he plays Miles Morales's uncle. in
Oh
Homecoming.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping Miles Morales is somewhere in that complexion.
I mean, to defend them, the black dude actually did sound like Miles. I'll give him that. But other than that, he's not Miles.
Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly. That kid was all Latino. But yeah, nah, 'cause they've already established Miles does exist in this universe because they established his uncle, and he makes a reference to having a nephew who lives in the area. So Miles is in the MCU. We just don't know who he is and what he look like. They gonna mess around and
Yeah.
make him little bro from Stranger Things, and now you
That's
got
what I've been thinking. That's my personal opinion, is that it's gonna be Caleb.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna have to get somebody who's Puerto Rican or at least Dominican or something. They have to have somebody who's that is the ethnicity of Miles,
They could be that, but
especially in
black
like
Afro
2026 and
Latinos
beyond.
can
I
look
don't think
black
they're gonna get
too.
I ain't
Yeah,
even
I
gonna
know, I
lie.
know. I'm Puerto Rican, but what I'm saying is, it's like the actual actor has to have some sort of like Afro Latino like heritage and blood. I don't think the boy from Stranger Things does.
Not
I was
after Helen of Troy was all black.
I would want them to hire someone who's Puerto Rican as well. Oh, look. What I'm saying, they have to hire an Afro Latino, in my opinion. They can't.
Nah, I dig
I
it.
think so.
But like, what actor fits that? I can't even think of.
They gotta get an unknown like they did with Tom Holland.
Mm,
In New York, they got 50 million actors in New York that are Afro Latino. Like,
I feel
that's if
you.
you want to find a Puerto Rican, you go to you
I
go to
feel
New
you. That's
York.
definitely gonna make their career because Miles is probably on the same level or approaching a higher level of popularity than freaking Peter is.
Yeah.
Like Miles is like today's Spider-Man. Peter is like the classic Spider-Man. So like that's gonna make that actor's career. He might well just sign this next 20 years with MCU.
Right. Sign life away.
Hell yeah, the Elizabeth Olsen said don't do it. Yeah, she said you were a young actor, you get the opportunity to come into Marvel, and they want you to sign a multi-year contract. Don't do it. She said that. Dead ass.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. They say it's rough, but Samuel Jackson said, "Hey, as long as that check clear, I'll be here until I can't walk no more." So
Yeah. Maybe they lock them down. They're like, yeah, you can't do this. You can't do no other movies. You got to be here for us. Maybe that's what's in the contract
probably
now.
it's probably
I don't know.
especially if you're a
That's
smaller
probably.
time actor, you know. Like if you Tom Holland, you can go and do the Odyssey and then come and do Spider-Man. But if you the new Miles Morales and this is your first freaking major film,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't about to do nothing else for the next couple of years, buddy. Like this is it.
Dang.
Heck yeah. And this scene, a lot of people misunderstood the end credit scene, but I definitely got it. I understood it 100% from the jump. Like Spider-Man is off world because this is battle. They're setting up battle world for Secret Wars. So this is like a end credit scene for the movie after Doomsday.
I agree. I agree. I think it's something that they're setting up for Secret Wars. They're saying because Tom Holland hasn't been confirmed for Doomsday, but I know that Spider-Man does have a big part in Secret Wars, and if Secret Wars is going to happen on like another Battle World or something is going to happen on another place, I think that was like a little Easter egg for that for sure. I agree.
I don't know. Malcolm, what did you think that this end credit means?
Well, with me personally, I wasn't thinking about Secret Wars. I don't really dig too much into the Marvel news. I just like to see it when it drops. So, one of the things I was thinking of, since you mentioned it, was Venom. I mean, they could find a way to make up for that one end credit scene in what was it, the first or second Venom movie, where he was like he knew who Spider Man was,
Mhm.
like he
That was
just
my
ended
favorite.
up in that universe, or they could just do something like this Miles movie, the third Spider Man movie, just end up in some he just end up in that universe for some reason. But that's just like a far stretch. But I didn't really think about Secret Wars that much, but it could be anything. But yeah, it's probably Secret Wars.
Yeah, I just feel like they gotta figure out a way to like knock off all these Fox Men characters so they can replace them all with new a new cast. And Secret Wars
Yeah.
is the best that I can think of as far as doing getting that done. It's gonna be another hero versus hero type of story.
Yeah. As long as it's not that, I'm honestly a little sick of multiverse. I don't want them to do any more multiverse after this. I'm good on multiverse. But I
Man,
feel
they
like this
got
would be once they get this Doctor Doom out, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up.
yeah, I just feel like they gotta figure out a way to get all these characters that they didn't own into the main timeline. And so multiverse is like their only way of doing that. In my opinion, what I've been saying for years is that they could have just had the X-Men been there the whole time, and they're just super covert like the Men in Black, and they go around and collect mutants all over the world who have always been there. They just in hiding. Like they could have done that, but they wanted to do multiverse because of Kane, and then Kane had women problems, so no more Kane. Spider Man thanks us.
Spider-Man thanks you.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comments below. What did y'all think of the post credits? What do you think that it means? Some people are saying that uh that it's going to be they saying that it's going to be Tobey Maguire's variant that's going to be fighting in Doomsday.
Yeah, he's supposed to die. Supposed to not make it.
Now
I
why
heard
would
that
they?
too.
Well,
I
if he is in the movie, there's gonna be a big agenda being pushed. I'll just say that.
Cause why would they kill off Toby? And now why would y'all
Like
do that?
the whole thing that I heard is that like there are anchor beings like how Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is an anchor being for his universe. So like if an anchor being ceases to exist, the entire universe can be destroyed. And basically they're saying that Toby is the anchor being for his universe, and Doom is going around destroying universes. So he would have to take out Toby in order to destroy his universe. That's the going theory.
guess, child. Toby don't even like playing Spider-Man. He's probably wrote that in his contract. If I come back, y'all gonna have to kill me off because I'm not coming back again after this.
Said that's it. That's it. That's
I wish
all.
Hugh Jackman to do that because I'm tired of that Wolverine too, man.
But you be having so much problem with Logan.
Yo. I'm tired of 6'2" Wolverine. Like, why is oh my god, man? Freaking Sabretooth is calling him a runt, and y'all are looking eye to eye. That does not make any sense whatsoever.
I will take Hugh Jackman as many times as y'all gonna throw him out there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all, before we get up out of here, last thing. How would you rate this movie? What are y'all ratings on this movie? We usually do our knife rating. So on a scale of 0 to 5 knives, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, how many knives y'all got? Drop in the chat how many you got. I'm gonna start with you, C. How many knives are we giving it?
Oh, okay. I really enjoyed it. This is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. Not even just Tom Holland. I would say this is my favorite Spider-Man, not including the animated Miles Morales ones. Um, I don't want to give it too much, but I would say I would give it 4 knives for sure. And to answer Anna Babe's question, I think Loki's still holding together the timelines. Yeah.
Yep, Loki still being the tree of life. Now I don't know how long that's gonna last, but right now he's still sitting there being the tree of life. But they say he gonna be in Doomsday, so I don't know how long he gonna be holding on for dear life, but we gonna see. Yeah, y'all drop down in the comments below. Let us know what is your rating. 0 to 5 knives. What y'all got? Malcolm, what's your rating for Spider-Man Brand New Day?
It's a 5 for me. This movie put a big smile on my face the whole time while I was watching it. Same way I had when I was watching Superman last year. It was in my opinion the first Spider-Man movie of the Tom Holland franchise, in my opinion, because like the first two movies he was Iron Man Jr. The third movie he was
Iron
branching
Man Jr.
into being Spider-Man, and then this movie he full on was Spider-Man. So it was definitely my favorite one of the four movies.
Okay.
Hey Monique. Hey, shout out to Monique. Follow her channel.
Y'all already know. CT, how many knives are you giving it?
I give it a 4 out of 5. I do agree it is the only friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the Tom Holland universe, but the Tom Holland franchise of Spider-Man. And for me, they went by the comics. They just went backwards because there is in the comics he's friendly neighborhood, and then he gets popular, and has a reputation that's high enough that he becomes an Avenger, and he does all this intergalactic stuff. They started with that, and then they dialed him back slowly to being the friendly neighborhood, and I dig that. But my favorite Spider-Man movie is still No Way Home, like the last one with the 3 Spider-Man. Yeah, man, they got all 3
Wow,
Spider-Man.
that's
Like
wow.
it's no way you could beat that. And they had they had the best depiction of the Green Goblin I've ever seen on screen. Like that Green Goblin was hard. I go back and watch just for like Willem Dafoe's performance. It's Green Goblin. That's the best he's ever been, Green Goblin, because those writers understood the Goblin way better than like Sony writers ever did. Like they really captured that character in that movie. So yeah, that's my favorite Spider-Man movie. But that's also a 4 out of 5. I mean, Spider-Man kind of like tops out at 4s to me anyway, because I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. But yeah, I dug this film. I'll watch it again. Not as many times as I watched Captain America, but I'll watch it again.
See, I like this movie, but y'all gonna hate me because y'all always hate people. Don't ever like my taste when I be having my favorites in movies. But I'm with you, CT, on the No Way Home. That's definitely my favorite of all of them. And then my second favorite, y'all ain't gonna like it, but it's Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, but she like still like Shaq, that Shaq movie.
We weren't supposed to tell nobody.
She like still, so
The conversation for another day. And then I liked The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was there, but this movie has replaced it as my number 3. So this will be my third favorite Spider-Man movie. But I am giving it a 4. Definitely giving it a 4 because that level up at the end, the way that Tom Holland was able to transform and like embrace who he really, really was. We seen Spider-Man becoming full Spider and man at the like the way the way that he uses his body in this movie is off the chart. It's like a whole other level. And the cinematography in this movie was fantastic. Definitely fantastic. So I'm definitely giving it a 4. This movie was beautifully made.
Yeah, they got a lot of work out of his gymnastic ability too. Tom Holland's natural. He's a gymnast, so they definitely got a lot of work out of that. This was one of the smoothest looking Spider-Man movies.
Heck yeah. The lighting was great. The way that they utilized like the sky and everything like that, the city skyline, it was really really well done.
He did a very, very good job with this. Like this is peak Tom Holland. And I really hope that he is not like with some people and like not hating being attached to being Spider-Man, because I mean, don't do a good job then, because you did an amazing job in this movie. Like, I don't know what you expect when you're good at your job. People are gonna want to see you do your job because you did really good at it. And this was peak performance level of Spider-Man in this movie, and he showed so much heart in this movie. Because child, when MJ said "I don't love you," I heard an R&B song start playing in the background. That's just like a Boys to Men song playing in the back. Is that's what I was hearing in my mind. The way that she broke his heart with that, but it's not her fault. Like, Peter, technically, he did it to himself. Like that was him that did it. He was the one who was trying to do too much and playing around with magic, and then lost her with that. So I mean, if she really do love you, I mean, he got time for her to fall in love with him again, if it's meant to be, because it don't look like old boy was really hanging too tough in the game. I feel like he got time.
Yeah, but it's still gonna suck to have two sets of memories. Like, he's like Star Lord and Gamora. Like, Gamora don't remember this Star Lord. This is a different Gamora. So
Mm-hmm.
the Star
So
Lord
it's that.
remember Gamora. That's tragic. Kind of remind me of that movie Live Die Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, that Tom Cruise movie. Because he fell in love with Shorty after he like kept dying over and over and over again and repeating the same day, but she never remembered. But he remembered her like from every encounter. So he fell in love with her over time, and she saw him as a brand new person every day as a stranger. So yeah, it's what this is. He's a stranger to her, so she has to learn to love him again, if that's even in the cards. Spider-Man got the worst luck, man. Like,
He
so
do.
bad situation.
Don't judge me, Monique. I see you talking about me. Talking about was her least favorite. Y'all wasn't feeling Venom in that movie, and the little, and so okay, it's just
No. No, what
okay.
is it? Topher Grace? What is it, bro, from that 70s show? Nah,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
That's out of the original trilogy. That's the one that I watched the most. Is the third one. Don't judge me.
The second one, that's the
I
best
mean, I
one.
watched that one too, but the third one is my favorite. I don't know. I can't explain it. It just is. I wasn't aware that y'all wasn't feeling this movie until I started expressing my opinions. But I'm gonna stick beside it. But
I told you
good
we
job,
gotta
Tom
do a
Holland,
list
with
of
this one.
movies for you. We gotta do a list specifically for you and your top movies that nobody else likes, because there's a bunch of them.
It is a lot. It's a lot of movies that only I like, apparently, that nobody else in the world likes. Apparently, I have a very unpopular opinion when it comes to some of these movies.
Yeah, because
But
nobody likes Steel.
I'm gonna find somebody. Don't worry about it. Just wait. Uh, but shout out to everybody that showed up in the chat this evening. StreamYard has been doing the most the past couple of days, and I hope it gets together because I have streams the next couple of days. So I hope StreamYard get itself together. So thank y'all for bearing with us dealing with StreamYard the past couple of days. See, thank you for hopping in here. To set up a new stream for us last minute, and Malcolm for coming through, and everybody in the chat. Before we get up out of here, y'all let everybody know what's going on, what's to expect on your channel, and where can they find you. See, thank you for stepping in. Start with you. What's going on the channel?
All right. So on the channel, of course, we are continuing our reviews of X-Men 97. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm hosting a show with the Lawrence Report on YouTube, as well as my adventure with Superman. We just discussed that earlier tonight, so check that out for the newest episodes of that. And of course, Lanterns is coming out in a little bit, and like in a week, in a couple days, we'll be discussing that on my channel. Can't wait to talk about that. And at the end of the month, my book club and I will be discussing Sula by Toni Morrison. And that's going to be at the end of the month. So read it and join us for the live for that discussion on See the Superior.
Thank you, C. Y'all heard her. Going to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for that reminder of Lanterns, because I almost forgot. Definitely
Yeah, I can't wait.
Exactly. I'll definitely be on that one. Malcolm, what's going on the channel? And where can they find you?
I recently just finished celebrating the month of Superman. Even though a Superman movie didn't drop this year, but Supergirl did, I still celebrated my GOAT. So if you're a big fan of Superman, check out the channel. I recently just dropped a video talking about the greatest frauds in anime history. So if any of your characters that you like or dislike made the list, come on over the channel and find out if they did.
Let me go over
what's
there
coming-
then. Let me go over there then.
Well, what's coming in the future is I'm dropping two new Naruto videos that are probably going to get a lot of people mad because it has one of their favorite characters in it, but I'm really going to enjoy dropping it. It's a certain emo kid that everyone loves, but that's all I'll say. You can find me on all social medias, the Black Kakashi on TikTok, Instagram, all Black Kakashi.
That's right. All the anime people, comic book people, y'all going over there. Good content over there. Some I have to go over there and argue because, see, I feel like it's going to be some people on that list of yours that I'm going to have to argue with. So if y'all want to argue with somebody, it was some hot take opinions, go on over there to Malcolm Channel, the Black Kakashi. As for Slice of Horror channel, tomorrow I'm going to try to make it for Diara of Detroit. I'm caught up now. That's on Paramount Plus. It's kind of like if y'all don't know, they just started season 2. It's kind of like a comedy but like suspense thriller type show. It's kind of funny, but it's really good though. So I'm gonna try to jump on that panel tomorrow. Friday is season and series finale of Raising Kanan, so we got to wrap that show up on Friday. We're also covering X-Men 97, so that recap will come either tomorrow or Friday. And then Tuesday, I guess we'll be wrapping up House of the Dragon as well for that season finale. And so Team Black, don't let me down, okay? Team Black, do not fail me. I'm gonna need all the Team Black to come to the front. Come to the front of the congregation. Team Green is they doing way too much out here and people jumping ship. So I cannot wait to go ahead and wrap up that on that channel. Odyssey review also on the channel as well. So if you all have seen that, definitely go check that out. But thanks everybody for
Hey, you forgetting something, ain't you?
what I forgot. What else did we do?
And we gotta do them back rooms.
I knew you was gonna remind me. If it wasn't gonna be you, I knew Monique was gonna say something too. Yes, we will be doing back rooms soon. That has been on the list. I know we keep pushing it off because other stuff keeps coming out. Oh yeah, we did a trailer breakdown for Avengers Doomsday and talked about the casting of Black Panther. We talked about under our last X-Men review, the issues with Wonder Man being canceled and stuff like that. So y'all come on over to the channel and yeah, back room. Yep, it's coming. It's coming. I promise y'all get this back room review out. Halloween spooky season is coming up really, really soon. So I'm gonna definitely start preparing stuff for that. It's a lot of horror movies that will be on the agenda really, really soon. So thank you y'all for showing up, being patient, panel, with all of the StreamYard issues. And I know we ain't the only ones. It's been kicking people out of streams lately. I don't know. I'm gonna have to email them or let them know. StreamYard been acting up for a few people for the past few weeks. I don't know what's going on with their update. And thanks everybody who also came into the chat. I know we were a little late starting, but y'all showed out. Y'all came out and that's what's up. Again, make sure you hit like and subscribe on everybody's channel, and we'll see everybody in the next one. Thanks everybody.
Nice to meet you, sir. My guess I'll go. I must be on my way out. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend.